Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's a game I think I've mentioned a few times in videos in the past, and I kind of wanted to do a video on it because I had seen this one video by Deadwood Dale, and it kind of struck some with me where he talked about how there aren't a lot of stealth games now. Now, I used to not be a big stealth fan. Like, I usually like to go in loud, like, guns blazing type of guy. Like, I usually don't have that much chill to do stealth. But in this game, I kind of see the appeal because there's something really invigorating about the stealth option. Like, actually, no, yeah, I can say this. Spoiler alert for at one point in the game, you have to scout out a camp, and you have an option to destroy their arrows, poison their food, and thin their numbers. Yeah, I needed to engage stealth to do this, and it became really enjoyable, especially after I got the option to use a dagger. And yeah, I just loved, like, there was nothing more thrilling than just taking those humans out one by one. But anyway, back to this. This game is historical fiction, basically. And it's like an RPG, but also. And what I love about this is, like, this is my favorite thing about the game, is to advance your skill level, you actually have to do the things you're trying to advance. So if you want to advance in stealth, you have to use stealth. If you want to become a good archer, you actually have to use archery to improve it. If you want to get stronger, you have to do things to make your body get stronger. You have to eat, you tire. It feels very realistic in a way. It also incorporates events through history, like the involvement of the humans who were, they weren't the nice people from what the game hasn't suggested. It also ties with historical events like Wessel's, I forget his actual name, but after this Emperor Charles the Fourth died, his son took over, and one of his sons, and his son was he was incompetent, and this came back to bite some people in the ass who didn't deserve it. You are one of these people that came back to bite in the ass. You play Henry or Hal, who's a blacksmith's son, although you learn a little bit more about him in the future. That's kind of like El Gasp. And yeah, that's about really all I can say about the story without spoiling it. Your home is attacked, your love is killed, your parents are dead, and yeah, you escape as it's happening. And that's about all I can really say without spoiling too much. Another thing I liked about this game was just seeing how the journalists tried to destroy it. Like, they tried to demolish this game. They tried to make it crash and burn like the Waco compound. Or no, they tried to make it burn like the Waco compound. They failed miserably. Like, this is why I made a meme of, like, you know the meme of two hands joined together, and in the middle there's that other meme? Well, on the one hand you have Kingdom Come Deliverance. On the other hand you have Ghost of Tsushima. Both of them piss off game journalists. But yeah, getting back to the main point. Actually, they do have something else in common. You can do just a lot of different things. Like, if you want to go in, like, straightforward combat, you can do that. If you want to do stealth, you can do that. If you want to use speech to, like, convince people to do something else, you can do that. You want to commit adultery in a time when adultery was probably punishable by death, you can do that. Downside, the best sword, or the best looking sword in the game, you lose. And then it becomes a focal point of the story. Like, if you want to get it, oh man, I don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, there's that. And yeah, that was something else I enjoyed, was just, actually no, the main thing I enjoyed was just building my character up. Like, it felt like real life. Like, to improve, you have to do things. You have to practice, as my grandma used to say. Or probably still says, I have no idea, but yeah, what else did I want to say about this? Oh yeah, there is one downside. The gameplay is kind of sloggy. Either that or it's me and I'm just not doing it right. But like the sword play is kind of different. Like, you have 5 ways of attacking someone. There's up, left, right, vertical down left, vertical down right. And then you have like the option of doing like a stabbing motion where you just aim the blade at them and you can like lunge it at them. I never do so good with that one, but that is my favorite attack. Mostly because it reminds me of Game of Thrones for some reason, back when I used to like it. Back when I could respect George R. R. Martin, that is. But, yeah, but other than that, it's just... Well, actually, no, there are other things, like the archery is kind of a bitch if you don't have, like, a handle on it, on how to do it. If you want to... Although the romance options are kind of limited. I think there was only, like, 2 or 3 available outside of the bathhouse. And what else? Oh yeah, I enjoyed the side quests of this game. Like there was this one good side quest where you help a guy who was framed by some asshole huntsman. You get to help clear his name. And then you have the option of killing the guy after he's signed the deeds admitting to what he's done, but I unfortunately am a moral person, so I had to let him go. And believe me, I was tempted to kill him and his wife for that, because they both lied through their teeth to ruin that guy's life. But, yeah, unfortunately, I'm a goody two-shoes in most games. Also, a funny side note about this game is, you know how we can read now? In this game, you can't read it first. You have to learn how to read. And if you try to read before you know how to read, like the words are jumbled together, where the letters are, in each word. And it hurts my brain to look at. It hurts even more when you have to read stuff that's in Latin. Problem is doubled because I can't read Latin. Believe me, I tried learning Latin. I ended up wanting to blow my head off. Same with Old English, Aramaic. Actually, Aramaic was the one I put the most time into trying to learn, and that about drove me mad as a hatter. Downside, there's no good music in this game. I mean, the music's fine. I mean, it's oldie time one, and like my main reason for getting this game initially was just it pissed off the game journalist, so I wanted to see if it would be fun or not. That was my reason for getting it back in 18, and that was back when I used the PlayStation still. Well, actually, it was either 2018 or 2017, but that was back when I still used the PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, I don't anymore, so I can't play Ghost of Tsushima yet. But, yeah, this thing was worthwhile getting, and if you don't have it, I recently got it on the Xbox One. It was fun. It was a bitch to play, though. Like, it is a bitch to play. Like, this thing kicks your ass if you don't know what you're doing. And that's all I can really say on it, to be perfectly honest, without giving away too much of the story. I like how this game depicts nobles not as being goody two-shoes people. Like, it shows them, some of them are nice people, some of them are douchebags, some of them are assholes with good hearts. And that's mainly Hans Koppen, I think. Isn't there Koppen? Or how do you pronounce that guy's name? Like, guy who becomes your friend in the game, or semi-friend. I also like that. Mainly, I liked Henry, like how his personality could be just what you want it to be. Like, he could be a good guy or a bad guy. He could betray people, honor his agreements, just do anything. Yeah, I liked that. And, the fist fights in this game are a pain in the ass. Like, I always get my ass kicked with that. But, yeah, it's kind of a slog to play. Like, initially... Like, the same thing with your like how I said, if you want to improve stuff, you actually have to do things. The same with your vitality. Like, when I was trying to take out that camp, my strategy was this. I left a horse near the exit where I enter, sneak in, and when I'm caught, I run for that horse, and I bolt like a bat out of hell. And that sucks if your vitality is very low, because you can't run that far without running out of breath. So, before you get to that camp, a couple things you might want to work on. Vitality and stealth. Also speech. I prefer speech, but that's up to you. And if I had to give this game a rating, 4 out of 5. Actually, you know what? 5? No, 4.5 out of 5. It's like as Razorfist says, it's more Skyrim than Skyrim, more Witcher than Witcher. Like, it's historical fiction mixed with an RPG. What more can you ask for? Like, this is something I didn't even know I wanted. Like, I don't think I'd ever played anything like this before. I don't think. My memory's a little bit hazy with that kind of thing, but yeah, that's all I want to say. Dog's whining at me, so I might as well call it an end to this one. Just buy the game. It's fun. It's a challenge. It challenges you. It actually has characters you can like and root for, unlike, say, The Last of Us Part Two. And yeah, it's just fun to play. It's fun to build your character up. It's fun to take humans out, preferably stealthily, but that's just me. And yeah, have a nice day. And remember, the game was rigged from the start.